insights, picks, results. This is Wizard Sports Picks. Beyond the Lines.
Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Lines, presented by Wizard Sports Picks for Sunday, July 12th. Ian Cameron with you, and we're going to talk CFL Week 6, the final game for Week 6 in the CFL. We'll give you a preview of Hamilton, Saskatchewan in just a minute. But first, we want to remind you to check out wizardsportspicks.com. And yes, the MLB All-Star break is here this week, but you should still be checking out the website. Tons of great handicappers in excellent form right now. And yes, there will be a brief respite in the baseball season this week, but the second half of the season will begin Thursday later this week, and plenty of MLB left. The CFL season is underway. We've got several handicappers on the website having profitable CFL seasons. Rocky Atkinson, Sniper West, Brian Bittler, Matty DeLuca, among others. Make sure you check them out. And, of course, yours truly off to a profitable start in the CFL as well. 16-11, over 3.5 units of profit this year so far in the CFL. This is a sport that I have dominated for years. You can find all my premium best bets throughout the CFL season at wizardsportspicks.com. And also, of course, I want to remind you it's not too early to start thinking and planning for the NFL and college football season. It will be here before you know it. And I was the number one ranked NFL handicapper last season at wizardsportspicks.com. Nobody put better numbers up in the NFL last season other than me. 71-50, 59%, 1492 profit on the year. Number one in the NFL last season. And number one in all sports combined at Wizard Sports Picks as well from day one of the website since the day it launched. How about 713 and 607, 54%, 46 units of profit. It's been a phenomenal all sports run from day one at Wizard Sports Picks, and we're looking to keep that going. So make sure you check out wizardsportspicks.com. Make sure you also enter your email address on the main homepage to get free picks sent to you. And make sure you're checking out the YouTube channel as well. The YouTube channel, we're trying to grow it with live content, pre-recorded content, of course, Beyond the Lines videos on a daily basis. So make sure you keep on checking the Wizard Sports Picks YouTube channel for all the great content moving forward. Let's get into it. We've got Hamilton Tiger Cats, Saskatchewan Roughriders to wrap up Week 6 in the CFL. A little Sunday night football, CFL style. Saskatchewan 8.5-point home favorites, 54.5 the total here in this game on Sunday. The big news here is the Hamilton quarterback situation. Obviously, last week against Winnipeg, the Ticats lost Bo Levi Mitchell to injury, their number one quarterback. And in theory, there is a drop-off to Jake Dolagala, who has been announced as the starting quarterback here for this game on Sunday night. They will miss, obviously, the services of Bo Levi Mitchell. I would expect him to miss the rest of the season. I know the Ticats and head coach Scott Milanovich are trying to be optimistic, saying he might come back for the end of the season. I just don't see it happening, not when you've suffered a fractured ankle like he has, that he had to undergo ankle surgery. And, of course, the rehab probably takes longer now for a guy like Bo Levi Mitchell, given that he's in his late 30s. I'm not planning to see Bo Levi Mitchell later this season. The Ticats are trying to be optimistic. As far as this game goes, I think with this total being anywhere from 53.5 to 54.5, depending on which book you look at, there are still some 54.5, so shop around. I think that's a pretty high total given the circumstances. I mean, you look at Hamilton, the drop-off to Jake Dolagala, he has started in this league before, and most of those starts came for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, so he will be facing his former team here. But still, Jake Dolagala has had limited success in the CFL. He does have a big arm, but the problem is the arm's not always accurate. The problem is decision-making has been a problem at times for Jake Dolagala, and I worry about that on the road in a loud environment, one of the better home fields in the CFL against a defense that's very capable and has ball-hawking secondary that could make a quarterback like Jake Dolagala pay for some mistakes. That being said, you look on the flip side, Saskatchewan's offense did not look sharp last week, even though they escaped with a 27-22 win over the winless Ottawa Redblacks last week. But Trevor Harris and the Rider offense just was not crisp, was not sharp. I expect them to run the football a little bit more here because they will get their number one running back. AJ Olette back from injury for this game, so I would expect a little bit more of a run-heavy approach from the Riders' offense here in this game on Sunday night. Turn the clock a bit. Hamilton's defense has been a pleasant surprise this year. The Ticats, the last few years, they've been known as a team that's got a really good offense, can score points. The defense has always been lagging behind. Not this season. The Ticats' defense has been very solid, league low in points allowed per game this season, or the best in the league in points allowed per game. They're giving up just north of 24 points per game. So you got to give the Ticats' defense a lot of credit. They have improved. Secondary solid. They've been able to get a pass rush at times. They've done a decent job against the run. And I love their linebacking core, especially now that it's fully healthy. With Wynton McManus, who they got in the offseason, big-time acquisition from the Argos. He's finally healthy. This will be his second game back from injury for Wynton McManus, along with Braxton Hill and along with Reggie Stubblefield. This is now a very formidable linebacking core that the Ticats have. And I could see it being tough sledding for Saskatchewan's offense. It's a really good offense, but I like the way the Ticats are playing on defense, and they know they're going to have to rely even more on that defense now, and that defense is going to have to rise to the occasion even more. Without Bo Levi Mitchell, their number one quarterback, they know it might be tougher sledding for their offense. So I think the Ticats' defense, even on the road here, is capable of picking up the slack. I think this total is just a bit high given the circumstances. So my favorite play in this game would be Hamilton, Saskatchewan under 54.5. I'm also going to recommend a smaller play on Hamilton now that you can get plus 8.5 with them. I know the quarterback situation is dicey. That's the biggest concern. But when you look at Saskatchewan laying 8.5 and you compare it to the look-ahead line for this game before the Bo Levi Mitchell injury last week, this game was close to a pick'em. Saskatchewan was only a very slight home favorite. Now they're laying 8.5. It does feel like an inflated number, and Saskatchewan has had very real issues winning games by margin this year. You look at their 3 wins, not one of those wins came by a touchdown or more. They won those games by either 3 points, 4 points, or 5 points. So this Saskatchewan team has not proven yet this season that they can win by margin, that they are a blow-them-out type of team. So I think Hamilton plus the points is worth a look here, even without Bo Levi Mitchell. To trust their defense, to keep them in it, give them a chance, and I like the under to go with it. So I'll give you a side and total for this game on Sunday night CFL action. We'll go with Hamilton plus 8.5, minus 110, and we'll also go with Hamilton, Saskatchewan under 54.5, minus 110, and see if we can get the 2-0 sweep to wrap up CFL Week 6 on Sunday night. That's a wrap for this edition of Beyond the Lines. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button on the way out. I'm Ian Cameron. Enjoy the games and good luck. And thanks for tuning in to the Sunday, July 12th edition of Beyond the Lines presented by Wizard Sports Picks.